Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Abyan Zhaahir. I'm in 6 ICP 3. I'm from Minu Pucang, Sidoarjo. Today I will tell about puppet that are Javanese culture. Puppet is an Indonesian performing art that is growing rapidly and has been recognized worldwide for its uniqueness. Just like batik, UNESCO on November 7, 2003 has also crowned puppet as a masterpiece, oral and intangible heritage of humanity or priceless world heritage in the art of native Indonesian speech. The art of puppet performing itself is liked by all levels of society, not only in Java. Now, puppet also familiar and often presented as sacred events around the world. For those of you who want to know what the history and origins of puppet are and their developments today, the shadow puppets played by Dalang during the shadow puppets show at the East Java Cultural Park. The origin of puppet, judging from existing history. The origin of puppet is considered to have existed since 1,105,000 years before century. Puppets were born from the ancestral scholars of the Javanese tribe in the past. At that time, puppets were thought to be only made of grass, which looks so simple. Puppets are played in rituals of worshipping ancestral spirits and in traditional Javanese ceremonies. In the later period, the use of other materials such as game, skin or bark became known in the manufacture of puppet. The oldest puppet ever found is thought to date from 2nd century after decade. The development of puppet continues. Stories are played are also growing. The inclusion of Hinduism in Indonesia has also added to the repertoire of stories played in puppet performance. The story of Mahabharata and Ramayana are two examples of stories that became favorite in Hindu-Buddhist era at that time. These two epics are considered more interesting and have a unique story continuity, so that in the 10th to 15th centuries after decade, the second stories actually became the main story in every puppet show. The Javanese people preference for puppet performing art at that time also influenced the process of spreading Islam in Java. Sunan Kalijaga, for example, when he preached, he will hold a puppet show and play it to invite many people to come. In the show, he inserted moral message and Islamic da'wah slowly, so that the majority of people who embraced Hinduism and Buddhism were interested in knowing Islam more deeply. Puppet is now increasingly known. Several types of puppets have also been developed for the repertoire of puppet world. Some examples of these puppets are collect puppet, shadow puppets, wooden puppets, people puppets, grass puppets, and moteker puppets. In this day and age, young people's interest in the art of puppet can be judged very low. considering the many technology-based games that they can play. Even so, there are still many parents who actively teach to support this traditional Indonesian art, and that is what is needed to advance puppet at this time. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.